Computer games are becoming more and more popular in schools these days, and the main debate with this is whether they are beneficial to children's learning or not. When people hear the fact that children are playing computer games in school, it is often assumed that they are just there to make lessons easy for teachers, and though this can be the use for them for some teachers, the benefits are extensive, as long as they are used well. A computer game can essentially be a different way of engaging children in subjects. There are a large number of websites which have been made to test children's knowledge, and an example of this is Numbershark, a site which is, unsurprisingly, based on maths. There are a large variety of games on Numbershark, and the teacher can select the difficulty which they think is most appropriate for their children. This game was used in my school on my block school experience, so I witnessed the benefits of it. However, I also saw how it shouldn't be used. The children had 30-minute ICT lessons, which purely consisted of them being sat down, shown where Numbershark was and which game to play, and then left to it. Though the children enjoyed this, were engaged by the games, and were learning, to take full advantage of these resources, more progression and differentiation must be used, and a greater variety of games should be played. The main benefit of educational games like this is that they motivate children, sometimes in subject areas where it is hard to do so. Children are motivated because they are allowed to play, something which children essentially want to do all the time. For mine and my partner's Scratch project, we made an educational game based on The Tiger Who Came for Tea. We tried to engage the audience with a combination of the storyline and the gameplay, which I think we managed to do effectively, as we tried to cover multiple subjects across the curriculum. Though educational online games are the obvious choice when it comes to computer games which will benefit children, video games which are essentially designed to entertain the audience don't always deserve the negative connotations associated with them. When learning to play a game, children must adapt their mentality towards it, learn a new set of rules and regulations, and to an extent use their imagination to play the game. Though this isn't the education of any national curriculum subject, the development of children's minds and general mentality is arguably just as important. In the same way that children are allowed to physically play one in school, for example with building blocks or toy train tracks, an approach thought up by Piaget, they should also be allowed to do this virtually, as when playing, children use their imagination and learn to think and express themselves creatively, enhancing their self-confidence and increasing their sense of self and identity. Though there is a lack of physical exercise and hands-on playing, things which are important and viewed as very important parts of play, playing within a game allows the children to take risks which essentially don't have any risk, but will seem important to the child playing the game, and plus the world within a game gives endless possibilities to the situations which the children can be thrown into. As Fulton says, the problems that there can be with video games are that they can become addictive, and they can involve violence, stereotypes, sexism, and other harmful side effects, especially for children as they are so absorbent. To avoid these, the teacher must meticulously examine the games the children in their class are going to play, especially if they aren't specifically designed to be educational, to make sure that they are free of these bad aspects of games. To conclude, I think that if the right computer games are used in the correct way, then they can be a new medium through which children can learn and be molded to become well-rounded people with good values and morals.